Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of the Mandem. You got your boy Marty, aka Quiz, aka Aquisi, aka Mana, and to my right,
It's Scott. I got nothing to say, bro. I don't know why I'm here, bro.
It's coming home.
It's
It's-
coming home.
Yeah, rough day. But I am British, and I guess I'm here talking about football again.
you still British.
Yeah, bro.
Are you still?
Yeah.
It's still British. Just
Yeah.
checking.
And then to
And,
my
You
right.
already know who it is. It's your boy JB, aka John B.
And it's your boy KEL, VIN, your favorite black boy.
And then we do have a guest today. So behind us in the back, we have a new addition to the Mandem. Please introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Daniel, Digga D Daniel. You know,
I said Digga D, bro. Yo, but that's gold, bro.
That's gold.
I said Digga
I like
D.
that.
Digga D.
Who?
Digga
Digga D.
D. Do I need to repeat myself?
You
Digga
want-
D.
I heard an N in the beginning.
Oh,
I'm
hell
just
no.
saying.
Nah.
Yo, he thinks it's pro clubs, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't say none of that. I'm a clean
Yeah.
guy.
Uh-huh.
We almost got him.
Yeah.
Clean and composed.
We almost got him.
Nah, but let's get into the topic. As you guys can probably guess by, at least my attire, Euros final, and the results are out. England
Suck.
have gone back home without the trophy, unfortunately.
Oh, they're still in Germany.
Nah, they're still there.
Nah, I mean, if I were them, I'd dip quick, bro.
Nah,
But-
it's
The
alright.
flight is not until probably another
Yeah, they
2
gotta take
hours
a
or something.
shower.
Oh,
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
you know.
I'm not letting them get on the plane though.
Who?
I'm not letting them get on the plane, bro.
Oh
What do you
man.
mean by that?
No,
They
what do
don't
we
deserve it.
Where do we even start, bro? Like, bro, because this is like, we've seen this like a bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it at the last Euros, we've seen it at the World Cup, in a way, and then we've also seen it again. Like, who do you really think is the problem, bro? Because like we've talked about Southgate all we want, but at the same time, he's taken them to like, 2 finals and a semifinals, which is pretty good for a manager.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for you to actually say like who it is. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'll put it on Kane. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not saying that because he played for Tottenham, but bro, that man's it's just he's cursed, bro. There's just something to it. I don't care. It's Kane's fault, bro. Bro, there's no way. The moment he came off, England started playing better, bro.
I mean, Kane hasn't been around since '66, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just saying, I don't think it's Kane's fault.
Bro.
It's a combination of many things, you know.
Yeah, right. Like Kane was standing next to like Rice and Mainu, like the half of that first half, bro. He's playing
It's
as like
yeah,
as their six,
it's
bro.
a bit part
Why?
of like, how he
My man's a
plays,
false
but, you
6,
know.
false 8, false 9.
I think it's a combination of different things.
False 10.
Yeah. I just think when they came to the party, when they were ready to be organized, there was already an organized team that have been organized from the beginning. So it's like, yeah, I'll give it to them. This final, they showed more than they had in like the other games, leading up to it. But I just feel like Spain was just more organized. Even when Rodri went out, like they looked like it didn't even feel like he was out, because they
facts.
were still like,
Yeah.
they had a plan. They know who's supposed to be where,
They
how to
didn't
move
lose
the
a step.
ball in possession,
Yeah.
out of possession. So they just came against a team that was more prepared. Like that's all it is, honestly. Yeah, that's all I could really say about the. Yo, shut up in the back.
Yo, Chris is he's down.
Your boy didn't do nothing today.
I'd
I'm
also,
just kidding.
Nah,
I'd
he got
also
an
say-
assist.
I'd
Saka.
I'd say as well, like if you're looking at kind of like, look at that path that Spain had to the final versus England's path to the final. Spain have been making like, they've been beating every single team, and they've been absolutely fine.
It's basically a final every round.
Yeah, basically a final every round for them. Like they had to go through the very tough, the tough side of the knockout round. Like round of 16. Yeah, they had Georgia. Okay, but Georgia put up a good fight as well. They won 1-0 down and they figured it out.
I mean, they beat
Right?
they beat
Yeah.
Portugal. Ronaldo's
Yeah.
Portugal 2-0. So
Yeah, and then they went ahead. They beat Germany, then they beat France, and then they get into England. Here in the final, and I mean, they just outplayed them. Like you could see it. Like just looking at that first half, I know Spain wanted to play that tiki-taka style of football. They did, but I thought what was really impressive about Spain today was their press. Their press was really good today. It really restricted England to like having to just play the ball long, and they played right into Spain's hands. England really couldn't get it going in the first half. Didn't really have too many chances. Maybe had 1 or 2 looks on goal, but I know Spain were really pressing up about their back three, and that was okay because it's like Morata would press on John Stones in the middle, and then it would be it would kind of be like Nico Williams would go ahead and press Carl Walker. He'd like leave Saka alone. It's like, all right, Cucurella's on Saka. I don't need to worry about him. He goes and he press.
Yeah.
It just, I think it played into Spain's hands a little bit more. You have your Spain's front three, Yamal, Morata, and Nico Williams pressing that back three of England: Carl Walker, John Stones, and Mark Guehi. And it's like they were going ahead and they were pressing high, and it's like, okay, what's England gonna do? Play the ball long. They have to, they have to at that point because they're also taking out their kind of like wing backs in a way. Like Luke Shaw was getting marked tight by Carvajal. He did get like some freedom, and like he had to also stay back and make sure defensively he was solid with Yamal. And it was the same with Saka too. Cucurella was on Saka, the majority of that half, so you really didn't have those outlets, until England could play. And there were moments where England played out of the back and they looked okay. And then they got the ball wide, and I think that's kind of where the best opportunities came because it's like you get a Luke Shaw who it's really good to have him back, and I thought he was probably England's best player on the field today. Like he was incredibly solid defensively, shut Yamal down, and he was actually quite good going forward in terms of like looking to drive forward and like playing those good passes into space. I thought that was really effective. Same with Saka as well. He's pushing he's pushing down that right channel, looking to cut in on his left, taking on Cucurella, trying to get into like one-on-one situations, but. Credit to Spain, they never let Saka have a one-on-one situation. They always had a second guy covering Cucurella.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think just tactics-wise, Spain got it right today. And also, I think, you need to look at how England have played throughout this tournament in terms of they've had a lot easier matches than Spain. Right. I think we can all agree with that. They haven't played as well as Spain, and I think we can agree that as well. Like, they're struggling against teams that they shouldn't be struggling against. And it's just... I think the football it's gotten better once switching to a new formation, switching to that kind of like 3-5-2. So I think, you just have to hold your hands up and say, look, Spain throughout the tournament were the better team. On the day, they were the better team too. You got to hold your hands up and just say, you know what, fair play. They deserve this Euros.
Right. Dan, you got anything to add?
No, I just feel like England have played mediocre like throughout the whole tournament. Like they could look good one minute, look very poor the next. But in this final, like how Scott mentioned, it's just Spain played a whole lot better than England could have ever.
Yeah.
Just facts into like everything. I mean, I got one question for you. Like, how do you feel about for Scott? How do you feel about Jude Bellingham?
I think it's quite difficult because when you look at Bellingham, right, and a lot of people are saying, he hasn't had a great tournament, and I would actually say he's being utilized in an incorrect position. Because you see what he does for, so think about this. He plays for Real Madrid as he's not playing. He's like a false nine, right?
Yeah, like
so he's pressing a lot of people. He's playing as a second striker, so he's not necessarily playing as a 10. And people mess up and think, oh yeah, he can play as a 10. He's been playing as a 10 for Real Madrid when he hasn't. He's been playing as that false 9. He's been pressing, and then you go ahead and let Vinicius Jr. and like Rodrigo do their thing, pretty much. And then Bellingham, when he can, he gets in and he scores goals, and that's just a system. Real Madrid have a different system.
Right.
In this England team, people are having, or Southgate's had, especially in those first couple of games when they played a 4-2-3-1, he's having Bellingham sit right behind Kane, and that's not his game. He's someone that needs to be picking up the ball a little bit deeper and driving forward with it. When he was at Dortmund, he would play as that 8. When he was at Birmingham City, he would play as that 8. He was literally, I think he was playing like a 4-4-2 at Birmingham. He's playing as that other centre mid. He's been an 8 for time. He's always been an 8. Yeah. And it's like, you got to kind of move him back a little bit and say, look, if you're going to play that 4-2-3-1, you put him next to Rice, let Rice hold, and let Bellingham go box to box. Let him pick up the ball, let him play those passes. He's not a 10.
Right.
He's not a 10 for me. And I feel like you misutilize a player in a position, they're going to look bad. And that's what I felt like, the majority of this tournament, Bellingham's just not looked on it. And it's no fault to him. It's the system that Southgate was running, especially in the first couple of matches. It's the same with Phil Foden. You can make the same case. Like Phil Foden had one of the best seasons with Man City that he's had since he's been there. His best ever season. I think he won PFA Player of the Year. I'm pretty sure as well, right? Comes to England and he's been playing on the right wing for Man City. He's also been coming inside and playing more as a 10 as well for Man City. And then Southgate's like, no, you're going to play left. Play left wing in that 4-2-3-1 at the start of the tournament. Foden doesn't play left wing, and you saw that. He struggled there. He had a really tough time getting into matches there, and I think when we're looking at players' individual performances, you can look at that, but you can also look at, who's putting him in that position? Who's telling him to play that position? What's the system like? Like, you have a time to figure out a system and play a system.
Right.
What system has England figured out to fit all these players into that team?
Yeah, exactly.
Because Bellingham, he's not a 10. He should be playing next to Rice as an 8. He should be box to box. Let Rice hold. That would be okay if you're playing that 4-2-3-1. In this 3-5-2, when he has like Rice and it was Mainu, who I felt Mainu's had a very good
He had a good
tournament.
yeah.
I think, you know, if it's early doors and like Mainu's not in that team at the moment, you have Rice and Bellingham sit, and that's fine. And then you have Foden. He needs to be playing maybe behind Kane,
Yeah.
you know, as that number 10. And then, you know, you figure things out from there. But like misutilizing players, I think, cost England a lot of points, and that's why the football looks sloppy. Bro, Trent in centre mid.
Yeah, I've got.
Is
a couple
that's
things to
enough?
say.
That's enough said.
I've
You
got a
know.
couple of things to say. One, this is not the first time we've seen this in the tournament. You've seen Portugal do this as well, where you know a player that plays in a certain position for their club, and they think that that same system for that player can be like kind of transitioned into like the international setup, which isn't always the case. So we've seen that with like Portugal and Bernardo Silva. The way Bernardo Silva plays for Man City is definitely not going to be the same way you play Bernardo Silva for Portugal.
Definitely.
Again, it's a different system. Secondly, is this something that Southgate, let's say, like, for example, Jude, right? Jude, you know, like, he has, I don't know, I feel like Jude is, like, kind of vocal, very vocal in his demands. And do you think that Jude is like, all right, I want to play here, I need to play here, and Southgate's just like, all right, and he's not really put his foot down? Or do you think that's 100% due to, like, Southgate's inability? Well, we all know that Southgate has an inability to actually show any tactical awareness, but do you think that's also Jude kind of putting his foot down and Southgate not really like demanding, all right, you're gonna play here? And is that something that you think
The manager picks the system,
Exactly.
right? You pick the system, and it's like Southgate picked a system at the start of the tournament, 4-2-3-1, which didn't work. It didn't work, and it's like, look, you need to fit the players that you have into the system, and that's where we get onto the conversation of like, look, like you're having Bellingham as a 10, Kane, who likes to drop deeper, as a false 9. Like you have them playing next to each other. Kane even sitting deeper than Bellingham at times. Bellingham pressing the back line. Foden on the left, where he doesn't really play there, and he doesn't really know what to do. Trent in midfield, like, you know, Trent looked really lost in midfield, and it's not a discredit on Trent, and it's not, and I'm not saying Trent is
That's
a bad.
just not his game.
It's not his game. He's not a centre mid, you know, and that's okay. But
Just because he can pass.
yeah, it's just because he can
He
pass,
has
and it's
been
like
different.
Southgate's leaving him out to dry, and it's like that's difficult, you know, that's really difficult. So I think for me, it has to go down to the manager. It has to go down to the manager at the end of the day, because you have very good players who have had good seasons at their respective clubs.
Right.
If you cannot bring that group of players together to form a team and play well at a tournament, like throughout the entirety of the tournament, because England have the talent, England have the ability. It's just the system isn't there.
Yeah.
I think just doing that for 4-2-3-1 to start wasn't a good idea. I always thought England could play a 3-5-2 and be quite successful with it.
they've
you
done
know,
it before.
and they've done it before, and they've been okay. Like I think it was World Cup back in like 2018. Played 3 centre backs, you know, and that worked. And it's like, look, you actually have quite a lot of good centre backs here.
Right.
You got guys that like to get up the wing, and you know, Luke Shaw or Kieran Trippier, you know, and then Trent, you know, play Trent as a right wing back, you know, let him get up the wing and like play those passes in. Then you can have those inside forwards. Maybe you have a Foden, maybe you have someone else, or maybe you have like a Saka, and then you have Foden or whatever, you know, and then playing Kane up top, because you know Foden and Saka will make those runs in behind, you know, to get shots off, you know, and that's okay. But I think it's on the manager at the end of the day. It's on the system. I think Southgate, it got better. The football got better by the end of the tournament. You know, it was okay, but I think, you know, it falls on the manager at the end of the day. It falls on the manager,
100%.
and I do think as well, like not winning those games early in the group stage shot England in the foot. And what I mean by that is
Momentum.
not only momentum, but like you have to play your strongest team
Yeah.
to get through, you know, that match. But I think as well, like England, I think it was said before that England, they had already gotten through because of results that happened like previous games for that last group game. That last group game, the games that happened like the previous day or so, meant that England would go through to the next round. It was just a
Right.
question of whether they go first or second.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. That's why he even started Manu in the first place.
Yeah.
Because he had that like ability to actually like change things up and kind of experiment.
Yeah, you can experiment, but it's like you should get some of your other guys in and rest some guys. Like you see guys,
Yeah.
you see the players today. Gehi, who's had a really good tournament, he looked leggy. He looked tired.
Right.
John Stones looks tired.
Yeah.
You know, like Bellingham looks tired. You know,
Yeah,
like a lot of the players out there on the field just look tired, man. And it's like, you got to make those decisions. And I think, credit to Southgate. The last couple of games, he's made some good decisions in terms of the subs that he's brought on.
Yeah.
Today, it's just the system, like the system that you're playing and the game that you're playing, fell perfectly into Spain's hands. Spain's playing a 4-2-3-1. They got two holding mids. They got Cam, outnumbers that England midfield because Mainu and Rice, they're getting exposed, and that's difficult. And then you have a front three who's going to push really high on those three centre backs 100%. To make sure that they can't have the ball. So it ended up England going long, not getting the ball, falling right back into Spain's hands. So it went down to the system today. So I think, honestly, it's on Southgate at the end of the day. Can't really blame the players too much. But yeah, just overall, Spain deserved to win.
What do you say?
Spain deserved to win. And Bellingham, to be fair, getting back to your question about Bellingham. Yeah. Bellingham, he's a really good player. We've seen it this season. La Liga Player of the Year, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't fit the system that Southgate had set out.
Absolutely not.
And it's not on him.
You got a question?
I was going to say, what do you say about the players that didn't get a sniff all tournament? I'm talking about Gordon, Bowen only had a few minutes this tournament. Trent, the only time he's really played is in midfield. He's not actually played his proper position. Do you think, obviously, when you get the call up, more often than not, you're going to go.
Except if you're Ben White.
But I'm just going to say that. But seeing how Southgate is probably going to get another 2 years, if you're these kind of players, are you looking to come back to the national team?
I think it will depend on what will happen in the next 2 years. Does Southgate step back, or does I know it's genuinely. Because
highest paid manager,
he's been here for so long, and it's England have been second best, twice, every time, and it's just look, you got to look at yourself. But getting further into World Cups and stuff, England have been okay, but by now he should have won something with his team. Yeah, let's just be real. I think
100%. With
the talent that you have, I'm just being honest. I think we can all agree Southgate should have won something with his team.
Exactly, because look at this Spain team, and no disrespect, there's good talents in there, right? But player to player,
bar for bar,
bar for bar, England, teams like England, France, Portugal, even Germany, they have better teams, right? Yeah. But then the difference with at least Portugal, with Germany, they have a system that they stick to and they play. Who's playing where, what kind of play they do, in defense and attack. I think one thing that Southgate gets wrong, or he tries to solve problems as the tournament is going on, when other teams already plan for that sort of problem, exactly. They know what to do in certain situations like that. I feel look, Spain in the third game, they literally benched everybody starter and started a whole new team, gave their stars a rest, and then the knockout stage against Georgia, they mixed it up. Couple starters, couple bench players.
Even not to cut you short, even when they benched the starters, right? They still played the same system. They look
they didn't change the style of play.
Replacement.
Yeah, you couldn't even tell that Roger, players like that wasn't really playing.
Exactly. It was Zubamendi came in for him,
even today.
And then Mikel Merino got 90. Mikel Merino got 90 minutes. Yeah,
that's how it should be.
But I don't even think it's a drop off. To be honest,
yeah,
Merino today.
There's no drop off.
But he came on, won them the winner. If you look at it, they're the subs actually won them the games almost. Yeah. Since Pedri got injured, came in, it's been
he's done a great job. Oyarzabal off the bench, he got the winner today.
That's how it should be. You should be able to rotate your team and still be able to play exactly the same.
Should be brave.
Yeah.
That's what Southgate is. He's thinking about the backlash in the media, what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
I feel and I think the English media doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't. But
it's the media, it's the clubs, the different clubs. Also, the media representatives. Yeah. Everyone's kind of pushing for their player. And I told Chris this in the beginning. I was like, that's what holds England back the most, because every team is trying to push their guy to the front line when they should just for a month accept, let's play the best guys available. Your guy might be good for your club, cool, but maybe he's not that guy or to play in this certain position. Honestly. Yeah. But Southgate with all that talent, I know it's easier said than done. You will probably be in the same spot figuring out who to play where. Even when we play FIFA and you have too many good players, sometimes you try to force certain players on the field. So, you can blame him to an extent, but at the same time, he's also done more than any English manager has.
Yeah.
With all the talent that England's always had since '66. So, It is what it is, man. I just feel like he just needs to be a bit brave. If you're gonna make a change, make it early. Like today, his changes were kind of early, but it's
Yeah.
like
And to be
Spain
fair,
had already
no,
settled in.
this is probably the best like set of substitutions, or I guess the best timing of substitutions that Southgate's had all
Yeah.
tournament.
So I thought, Ollie Watkins, he pushed that back line a little bit more. You saw that he wasn't like, because here's the thing: when Kane dropped off into midfield, the centre backs don't give a shit.
No.
Yeah.
The Spanish centre backs are
They're
sitting there
chilling.
like, all right, cool, But when Ollie Watkins is running in behind, he's pushing those two centre backs back because they're following him. Give space for Cole Palmer to
Yeah.
pick that ball up and score.
Right.
So it's like it's just those small tweaks. Because, I mean, that goes under the radar. Like, the striker making that run,
Yeah.
that goes under the radar because no one's going to step. If Ollie Watkins is running in behind, it's like, okay, Cole Palmer has an opportunity to shoot and score.
Yes,
Right.
exactly,
You know?
bro. It gives
And
the
Cole,
center back something
and
to
Cole
do.
Palmer came off the bench and he scored.
Right.
You know? I know a lot of people were saying, like, oh, Cole Palmer needs to start Cole Palmer. It's like, I actually felt like he was better off the bench,
Yeah.
at points. Because I felt like, you have, that initial thing. You have Foden in or whatever, and I know Foden hasn't had a great tournament as a left winger, but I mean in this system, like this kind of like a 3-5-2 whatever.
Like a 110 with
Yeah, it's like a
energy,
2-10s or so like 3-4-3 whatever. Like he's playing better in like that kind of 10 role, and he can pick up the ball, and he had a really good game against the Netherlands. So I think he didn't deserve to be dropped because of that, and Palmer can come on and offer something different, which is great.
Right.
So I think timing on substitutions have gotten better for Southgate, but I think it's just the initial system. It's just like if you're starting this tournament with like a 3-5-2, I think the football would have been better. Instead of doing the 4-2-3-1 experiment, try and find a replacement for Calvin Phillips. With Trent in midfield. You don't experiment in a tournament. It's like you start with that 3-5-2. You've got the facilities. You've got the personnel that can run that formation. Do it. Start it from the jump. Like do what you need to do. Figure out that press. And it gets a lot of your good players on the field into the positions that they need to be in. So I think, it's just, I don't think Bellingham had a great tournament, but I think it's down to that system.
Yeah.
I think it's also just down to like Southgate and particularly a lot of those other players. I feel like I'd be frustrated if those other players like not getting that opportunity to show what I can do.
Right.
Anthony Gordon got a minute off the bench.
especially when we've seen other like subs come in and
do something.
and, make a
Yeah,
difference.
like
Tony.
Tony came on, made an
Yeah.
impact.
Watkins,
Watkins
Palmer.
came on, made an impact.
So that
Palmer's
means
come
if
on, made an
he
impact.
uses bench more,
Use that bench. Yeah.
shoot. I don't know if it's gonna change the result today because I had a feeling like Spain was gonna win. I was just 50-50 about it. It's just like, or whichever way it went, cool. But I just had a feeling that if Spain scored first, England would be chasing the game like for the whole game, bro.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Speaking of,
they did it.
let's move on to Spain, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, they
That's where
obviously
Daniel
won.
comes in.
They won the tournament.
I love
He
Spain.
said, "I love Spain,"
I love Spain.
and we can't talk about Spain without talking about Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, right?
Nico Williams had
How
that
good
game.
were they today?
Who are those kids?
Young,
They're
bro.
kids, bro.
Young, but they have so much
Who are
flair
those?
to them.
Yo, I just want to say happy belated birthday to Nico.
Both of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Wait,
to
on the
Nico.
same day?
No,
One
the
day,
day before.
one day apart.
Like they won.
Oh, so
Ni-
it was
Nico-
4 days
Ni-
Nico's?
No, yesterday.
Oh,
no,
like,
Friday.
Yesterday
Two
was
years ago.
Jamal.
Friday was Friday was
Oh,
Nico. Yesterday
wow.
was Jamal.
Yeah.
So happy belated birthday to
Wow,
both
they're
of them.
celebrating their birthday
And
together.
the
Wow.
Nico celebrated
What
a
a
birthday
final.
goal, and and
Yeah,
Wow,
Jamal
with an
had an
assist.
assist.
Yeah,
Jamal with
don't
the
forget
assist.
that.
Yeah.
Maintenance
yeah.
daddy.
Back to how good, how good were they? Like,
I mean-
not even just the tournament, like just today. Let me just talk
Yeah.
about today.
As a Barca fan that watches Yamal play, bro, that
Visca
man,
Barca.
yo,
Visca
that man,
Barca.
I still can't believe he's younger than me. Watching him play, like I said, he has so much flair to him. Same thing goes with Nico. They're both relatively young. You just don't expect it, especially from like Yamal, 17 years old, to like yesterday.
Right.
It's just crazy to see a player like him, just how he plays so exceptional with the ball at his feet. Same thing with Nico. He's so exceptional with the ball. He loves pressing forward. He loves dribbling one-on-one. Like today, Yamal with the assist and Nico. It's amazing to watch them play together on the same national team. And hopefully, at Barca. soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
hopefully.
reports. There's reports coming.
Nah,
out.
he's coming. He's coming home.
Saying
He's
that-
coming
They're saying
home.
they're trying.
They're trying.
They just got the.
Nah, they just wanted to wait for the Euros to end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. They
But
said
Arsenal's
they
also in the
just
race,
were
too.
able to afford
58
it.
mil, bro. Like
Arsenal's also in the race too.
he's not going to Arsenal. Come on, bro.
Hey,
Bro. Let's be honest. he wants Barca. Like he lives in Spain. He plays in La Liga. Well, that would be the best option for him anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly,
He-
he's already living there.
Bro,
He's
he-
already playing in the
he-
league.
Right,
He's
you
playing
can
with
tell.
Yamal. Apparently, they're really good friends. So
They
I don't
got
know.
Good chemistry.
Yeah, it's a lot. Good chemistry, you know.
We could pay more money, bro.
I know you can, but then at the end of his 5 years, I don't know how long he's gonna spend there. I don't know how many trophies he's gonna walk away with though. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
Fair point.
Yeah.
But that's one thing. Like you can tell Spain, especially the wingers, they play with like a sense of freedom that like they're kind of like naive in a way.
They've
that-
got balls.
Yeah, they're
They
like
have fun
they're
with
naive.
it.
Like they're like
They're
yo,
not
this
It's
is
like
crazy.
it's like it's like youthful. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
it's like,
it's like
they're
youthful
thinking in
energy.
their head. It's like,
Mhm.
I can take this guy on.
And
Yeah.
hopefully
And they
they
do
don't
it.
change because we saw that with Mbappe and now he doesn't play the same.
Yeah,
Hopefully they still
Yes.
keep that.
Merci
Yeah.
beaucoup, Gervinho.
He said merci beaucoup, Joe.
Merci beaucoup, Gervinho. Yo, I'll be honest. Speaking on Mbappe real quick, like you would think like he would have a better tournament.
Nah,
Yeah.
he's had one of the worst.
He's
He
actually
had-
that was
he
one
never
of
had
the-
a great Euros. His Euros
That was a
record is
really
not-
rough
is
year.
not
That was a
great.
really rough Euros for France.
Yeah.
They
In
got to
general.
they
As a
go
whole.
they go to the semi final, like, you know, only scoring one goal from
Only
one
players
goal
I could
one goal
hit-
from open play.
They didn't score any from open.
They
play.
didn't
No.
score anything.
Oh yeah, it was a penalty.
They did
One
score
goal that
one
they
goal.
actually scored, and it
No,
was
that
a
was
penalty.
Colomwani. Colomwani
Colomwani
scored
scored
one
one.
against
Oh, the one
France.
goal,
France
the one
in
goal in
that
the semifinal. right?
semifinals.
No, no,
To
that no way. That was
Oh,
against
no,
that
to
was
get to the semifinals.
that was against Belgium. It was an own goal.
No.
No,
Oh, but-
semifinal,
Colomwani-
semifinal. Colomwani scored.
Mbappe assisted
The
goal.
the cross.
The
Yeah.
last game.
That he-
Yeah.
that he
Yeah,
had
so
it.
that was the only goal that they scored from open play,
Honestly,
which is
yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
All
That wasn't
talent.
their goal. You know, the
With
one
all
that they
that
scored
talent.
against the one that they scored against Belgium was an own goal. Yeah,
Yeah.
and with all that talent as
All
well. Like
that
you said.
talent, bro. They've got the best talent in the world, man.
They
Like,
have.
regardless,
great
they've
players.
always had.
They had the most talented team.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, there was so many. I was honest, like just kind of going off that. There were so many big nations that I had, like, you know, I was thinking they're gonna perform well. Just
Yeah.
didn't.
Portugal.
You know, Portugal. I thought they were actually gonna do really well. I thought the stars had aligned. You know, just wasn't there.
Nah,
you
Portugal
know?
did great. I just Ronaldo holding them back.
Yeah, João
Yes.
Felix.
Hey, shout out to Joao Felix though. After that PK miss, I love him even more.
Damn, yo.
This guy's the biggest Ronaldo.
Nah, man. But like, I felt like a lot of big nations, you know, just weren't really playing up to par.
No,
You know, like even Croatia. Like Croatia usually like do
Oh
well.
yes.
Yeah.
Like Croatia usually
They
do
usually
well.
a dark
And
horse,
then,
bro.
and they're like, and they're like, you know what? Oh yeah, Croatia's all right. Croatia will do okay.
I ain't
It's like
calling it
Croatia
good.
playing terribly, you know.
Yeah, Italy
Oh,
as well.
sheesh,
Like
bro.
Italy, like
And then like looking at teams like Italy, man. Italy, you think like that Italy team from when they won the Euros in 2020, 2021, you know, to like this
Who they
team
play?
now,
Who they
it's
play?
completely different, you know. And it's like there are so many nations out there, like so many teams that just did not perform well, you know, like just didn't perform well. And I think it was an interesting Euros. You know, you could see after the group stages, like that first game, it's just like, okay, these are the guys that are going to be there at the end. These are the guys that really aren't going to be there at the end. Like you
Yeah.
could tell, you know. And I mean, I think, yeah, just this Euros, I felt it was a good Euros, but you could see like the fall off of like a lot of teams, you know, and like you can see like the Italy's fell off a little bit,
Belgium.
France fell off, Belgium's fallen off a lot, you know, and it's just like,
They were never up.
yeah, you know,
To be honest.
how were
I
they
mean,
ranked like
true.
third in the world?
The older generation, yeah, they're
Yeah.
still up there. I don't know how.
I don't know
it's
how,
not
but-
golden, bro. It's like bronze now.
Yeah, fam, it's not even
Yeah, you
bronze.
would know as a
Bronze, it's
United
like
fan,
plastic,
right?
bro.
That's crazy.
Plastic
They
generation.
got,
Plastic
they got
generation,
Doku though. I'm saying.
Nah, they've got good talent. It's not even about the talent. It's just like they had greater talent that was like on par for like best in the world. Like,
Yes.
bro, every
Yeah.
position they were
Stacked.
one of the
Yes,
best in the world
best-
in those
yeah,
positions.
yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Like they've got Prem Gray coming. Like they were great, but I mean, it's all about the right timing and everything, man. Just
yeah.
couldn't take
All I
advantage of
must
it.
say for Belgium, if Lukaku would have just stayed on side, bro, they'll probably be in the. They'll probably make it to the finals,
Bro,
bro.
Bro.
how- Lukaku's had the most goals I've ever
Bro.
seen.
Bowling goalie,
Over
bro.
team,
If
Bowling
that
goalie.
guy-
Goalie, bro.
If that guy would stay on side,
Bowling
bro,
no goalie, bro.
I promise you, they'll be in the finals right now, bro.
Bowling no goalie, bro.
Fuck off.
That's
'Cause
not
he
that guy.
gets-
Chill on my goat, bro. Chill
He
on my
gets the chances, bro. My man's just offside. Like,
Bro,
Shout out
hey yo,
to
bro thought Meg the Stallion was watching, bro. He's like, hey, yo, let me bag a few goals, and he was offside all the
At
time.
least
For
he's
the World
scoring,
Cup,
though. He's
remember?
scoring.
Yeah, bro.
World
Yeah,
Cup,
he
bro.
might be offside, but at least he's
After the
scoring.
World Cup, I
that's
think
what
she
I'm saying.
she
Like,
unfolded.
he scored the
Yeah.
goals, but my man's offside.
He
Every
rushing,
time.
bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
man.
he's not rushing me.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's a Chelsea
Can't
legend
be
right there,
rushing,
bro. I
bro.
can't even. We can't even cap.
Oh no, he's still a
He's
Chelsea
still
player.
a Chelsea player, yeah.
That's a Chelsea legend, bro.
I mean, he actually might be rushing because he left when Abramovich left too. So.
Yo, I think Lukaku comes back to Chelsea and gets the Golden Boot next
Alright,
season.
bro.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
it's-
the
I
new
think it's
the
time.
new F50s,
This
right?
pod.
bro.
Nah, this pod is descending into madness, bro. Like I'm,
Why y'all
I'm,
hating
yo,
on
I'm,
Lukaku?
yo, this
Wait,
pod is descending
You
into
honestly
madness.
think Lukaku can't come back to the Prem, right? I
Never
mean,
in
he's
a
a
million
Chelsea
years.
player.
No, he can come back to the
And
Prem
be-
and score
and-
goals, but
And
I don't
be
know.
the top goal scorer.
Nah.
I don't think you beat
No.
players like Holland at goal scoring.
Bro, no one's saying this about Haaland though. That's the thing.
Yeah, people were saying
No,
this.
everyone was like he's gonna struggle to get goals.
Bro,
in the-
Rory,
Nah,
Rory,
He scored
no,
30.
no one said that.
Nah,
Rory Jennings was
nah,
the only
bro.
one that said that, bro.
Bro. I don't know who you were listening to. Hey, it's a joke, by the way. Lukaku ain't no shit coming back to the Prem. But I'm just saying though. No. People were like, oh,
Why are we talking about it, bro? Oh my
No.
days.
No, but like Haaland though. If he can do it, Lukaku can do it.
Bro, stop.
Bro,
Bro.
all right.
Alright,
This,
bro.
nah, this pod is descending
Alright.
into madness real quick, yo. All right, back on topic real quick.
Final words, yeah.
Final words.
Final words.
All right. I mean, I think the best team won.
Yeah.
The best team
No
won.
doubt.
If you're looking at this Euros, the best team won.
I mean, we said it. We were like, yo,
Most
whoever-
tournaments is usually like the luckiest team, but we can all
Yeah.
agree that
The
Germany
best-
Spain.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just about to
matchup
say
was,
that.
was the
yeah,
final right
whoever
there,
was
bro.
gonna win that match was gonna.
It
win
was
the
the final.
Yeah.
I
we said it.
Yep.
We all said it.
But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's calm. You know, Barca on top, baby. Hey, Barca on top.
Yo,
bro.
Ghana on top.
I don't know about that. Mainly. Oh, Nico. Yeah,
Nico.
Nico's Ghanaian. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So,
Nico
I
and
mean,
Barca on top.
Bro.
Madrid fans, I can't relate, man. He let 16-year-old kid. He sent Cruz home. He sent Mbappe home, and he sent Jude home, bro. That's all I gotta say.
He sent Rabiot home.
Oh yeah, Rabiot.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
talking about Rabiot. What, you beefing with a 16-year-old kid, bro? Come on,
Bro, in his face too.
bro.
That's like game winning shot, 3-point, like in your face, bro.
Yeah.
Check.
That's crazy.
Bro,
Checkmate.
I think we can all agree. Best team won. It was a good Euros. It's been fun. You know, it's been a really good tournament. So
The memories.
yeah, I think roll on. You know, 2026 World Cup. Let's see what these teams come back with in 2
Nah,
years.
years.
Portugal's winning it.
Now back to no football for some time.
Wow,
For
we're
some
gonna
time until the Prem comes back.
boring transfer news. United's gonna be linked with a bunch of players that
We're
they
already
never
linked to
sell.
everybody, so it's like, you know,
Chelsea's gonna buy a bunch of black kids. Like
they already have.
I mean, they're gonna buy
Kelvin,
more.
Kelvin, who do you want Barca to get besides Nico Williams?
We just need Nico and a DM, bro. Like any DM will do. Onana, I like Onana. He's a typical DM, but
I think he's going to Aston Villa.
He's
Yeah,
going to
that's
Aston
what I'm saying.
Villa.
He's going to
already.
Aston
It's-
Villa.
Yeah, it's already
yeah,
basically
but,
done.
yeah, I don't know what he's thinking, but yeah,
But we
good for
can
him,
get onto transfers in a different video. But
though.
everyone, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and peace.
Peace. Let us know your thoughts.